Now let me ask you, just before we get out of here, we got to ask the question. We be looked up down upon if we don't ask it. Detention. I know that's a taboo topic.
I knew we was gonna get here. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
What's the truth behind most brokers not wanting to pay detention? Is it the broker issue, or is it?
To be honest, there's usually not enough money in it for the broker to pay you detention. Okay. To be honest, let's talk about detention. The broker usually if it's on the shipper end. Okay, I can. The shipper. It depends on who my customer is. Okay. If my receiver's the customer and they messed up, then I can, maybe I can say, hey, y'all know y'all messed up. But at the end of the day, if I've got enough money in it, I'll pay the driver detention. Okay. If there's enough money in it. Mm-hmm. But to hear the industry say it, I'm not supposed to make any money. So, I got to keep that price tight, because it's a truck driver's thing. I'm not supposed to make no money. Mm. But you got to have it. Well, one thing I will say too is, as a broker, you have to have enough money in it to fix problems, detention, or truck. Say, Salim, you do a great job. You're there all the time, but hey, trucking's trucking, and you're 10 miles away from the carrier at 11:45. They shut off at 2, and you blow a radiator hose. Right. I've got to have it. I have to have enough in this load that I can go find a truck right now.
That's a great point.
That protects me with my customer.
That's a great point.
So I need to have enough in there. But also detention, I'm getting kind of off topic. But detention, you're asking me to pay you money for something that I had zero to do with. Not my fault. If it was my mistake, then fine. If I gave you the wrong address, I have messed up before. I'm human. I gave a driver a wrong address one time. It was like 60 miles one way, and he had to come back. I paid him out of my pocket, 100%. Yeah. So, that's stuff like that. Yes. But a lot of times if the customer won't pay the detention, if it's on if your customer's the shipper and the receiver, they screwed the pooch, for lack of a better word, and held the truck for 3 or 4 hours or whatever. And that's not the customer's fault. That's not the broker's fault. And they say, hey, they go to the receiver and say, hey, can you pay our truck more money? And they're like, well, we'll just get our stuff from somewhere else. So they don't want to do that. They can't really bark up that tree. So what are they supposed to do? The bad thing is the driver comes out on the short end of the stick on that, and it's just, I hate it. That's just the stick that you got sometimes.
Okay, so
nothing I can do about it.
No. Listen, and you mentioned some good things. Okay, sometimes the broker and the shipper get the bad end of the stick, because a lot of times if you break down and you have to cancel that load, a lot of carriers cancel loads, and then you, like you just said, you have to rebound. You have to have money in it to rebound, and when you're rebounding and that load's coming in at 5-6 p.m. and you're trying to get a truck, right at the last minute, and that rate goes up.
Do not think if you don't. I know both of y'all smart enough to know that if you're sitting there at 4 o'clock and you're ready to go, you're sitting on go. Look, your load just canceled. You're sitting on go 4 o'clock. You see that load pop up, you're like, oh, I can make some money off him, because there ain't but a couple guys looking for a load at that point. And
right.
You gonna make some money off him, and everybody knows that.
It's a back and forth.
It's a back and forth. It's a give and take, and it's just what it is. What it is. The game. It's the game we play. It is a fun game. I love it.
Oh man,
this is honestly my favorite job I've ever had.
Okay, well,
I absolutely love what I do.
I'll say, so basically, and I'm just, you don't feel like detention is valid on the receiver end when it has nothing to do with the customer, the shipper, or the broker. Not to say it's not valid, but it's out of control.
It depends on which end. I generally only have control over one end.
Okay. You know that.
And if it's on the end I don't have control over, sometimes the customers can just charge my customer could just charge their customer the detention. You can ask that Tim, I paid you detention before, correct? Because
Yeah, for sure.
it was like, hey, but the shipper was the receiver. They were shipping to their self basically,
Cheat code.
or to
That
their
was a
customer.
cheat code. Yeah.
Yeah, and that I mean, so but even if it hadn't been, I'd have took care of it because, like I said, this man does not miss. I never. He has a driver. I could literally. I'll tell him all the time. I can set my watch by this man. I won't even call him. I'm just like, I'm just like, send me the paperwork. Send me the paperwork.
Yeah.
Because I already know this man. If something goes about this far sideways, Tim will call me.
Yeah.
And that's worth its weight in gold to me.